Brevin, are there ever times when you feel old?
A lot more times now
yeah.
than I would
old, yeah.
than I would like.
Okay, so my daughter plays games at it's a place called Joy Field.
Okay.
I hadn't been there in like a year and a half. But anyone who's ever been to Joy Field, they know in front of the bleachers there's this massive hole in the ground.
Okay.
I had forgotten about the hole.
Because you hadn't been
The
there in a
hole
minute.
was covered with grass.
Uh-huh. Oh no.
I stepped into the hole, and when I say I went down. I mean, like, hard. Like when you see old people go down hard and you think, oh my God, are they okay?
Did you fall down? The other thing, when you get older,
It wasn't graceful.
For some reason, it felt like you fall slower.
Oh, dude,
like
I was carrying a seat, which banged me in the back of the head. I was carrying my phone, which I kept the phone in my hand, which meant I landed on my shoulder. And I had a coffee that just kind of spilled all over my hand. Here's where I really felt old, though. About 8 people came running to my aid to see if I was okay, to see if I needed to have a seat. Here, can I hold that for you? I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I feel like a fool, but I'm good. And I got up and carried all my stuff and walked away. But I was like, dude, they all came over and like hand on the shoulder. Are you okay? He's like speaking slowly so I can understand them.
So you know that happens in 2 instances, when it's a little kid or if it's an old person. and you are you're no longer in the little kid.
No.
So that lets you know that
day I was the old person.
You're the old person.
Oh man, it felt terrible.
Oh yeah, because you know when it's like middle, it's like teenagers, young adults. Right? They fall, people laugh like, get up.
Yeah.
When it's a kid, they're like, oh no, are they okay? Sure. And when it's an old person, like, oh my God, did they break? Are they alive?
And all I could feel when I walked away was them all talking, oh my God, I thought he died. It was horrible. It was horrible. Welcome back, everyone, to Night Court. We're back from vacation. Yay! Yeah, so as Media Day started this week, camp started this week for the Grizzlies. We're starting up again this week and getting going now. And so we got a lot to get to. Kenny's here.
Kenny's back.
Kenny, hello, Kenny.
Listen, we can't do it without Kenny. I tell you that much.
Kenny Stumplefield.
But listen, Kenny set me up though, Roberto.
Oh yeah,
because I was like, "Do you want me to turn the lights on up top?" He's like, "No, we don't need them. We're just these lights will be enough, and they don't attract bugs."
Oh, well, there you go. Is that not true?
No, the bugs are everywhere. Brevin's got one.
I'm doing
anyone who finds a light that doesn't attract bugs, that'd be great.
Hey, the thing is, I'm doing my best. You know how me and Bugs do. But there was like a really big one, flew into the light right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, all I need for you to do is you're perfect. This is my candle.
Don't knock that over.
All I need for this bug to do though is I need for it to just fly away. And it did a good job of flying away.
Good.
So I'm ready though.
All right, good. That's Brevin Knight. You can follow him on Twitter at BrevinKnight22. I'm at The Fish Nation. I'm Rob Fisher. We're here with you talking some hoops, talking a couple of other things as well as we will get to here, including WNBA stuff.
Wow.
Juicy.
4 minutes worth of juice.
Yeah, we'll talk about that as well. We did have Media Day yesterday.
Yes.
So the season kind of officially got started yesterday with Media Day at FedEx Forum. We both did an hour on Grind City Media and interviewing some players and stuff. I don't really take a lot from Media Day, but anything kind of stand out to you? Anything positive?
This is the only time of the year during this training camp, especially with this condensed version of it, in the preseason where I'm almost like that grumpy old man.
Oh,
this is the one time. This is the one time in the season where people can get on me about, Knight, we just don't feel like hearing about how it was then, and now you just really can't get into it. Shut up and do your job. It's like, all right, I'm definitely going to do my job. But inside, I'm like, can we just get to the regular season?
Oh, I know. Wait till we do a preseason game next Monday.
Right, with no pregame show. It's like, bro, can we just get to the rotation of people who are going to be playing regularly, and let's just get right into it. That's not to slight or not want to see everybody. It's just when you've been doing it for as long as we've been around it, it's like, let's here we go. If we're gonna do it, let's go ahead and do it. But yesterday was refreshing because there's so many. We have new faces, but we have old faces who will have to assume more of a role with this team than they had last year. And it was good to hear everybody talk about how happy they were with what their role was kind of going to be, what they thought it would be, but also how excited they were with just the style of play and how much Coach T.I. has done a great job of allowing them to learn within his system and him learning them. So I was it was good to hear everybody talking in the same fashion.
Yeah. And you taught me a long time ago, when players start talking like their coach, they're on the same page. And I think at least for day one, going into training camp, you feel like there's the same page. I mean, the speed kills. I couldn't have heard that from more guys yesterday.
That was definitely at the top of the.
That's on the list on the whiteboard. Speed kills. Okay.
So you can expect for them to again be at the top in the league in terms of pace. And listen, when you have someone such as Ja Morant, when you can have Gigi that can run the lane, you get Cedric Howard out there running and playing, then it's nice. Jaren, the thing that I like about it a lot is when all those guys are running, what Jaren does such a great job of is that trail three.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're running and pushing, and if they're getting scores, you get scores. If he can get ahead at times, it's fine. But a lot of times if they're pushing and going, we can see him getting even better looks from the three-point line.
I enjoyed listening to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. I'm kind of excited about his addition.
Yeah, we always like to have, we say, playing vets.
Yeah.
And that's what he'll be for this team. He's won multiple championships. He's had multiple roles in the NBA, and so that's something that he'll be able to speak to for these younger players. But I thought he was the talk. His big thing I took away was how their tightness and how well their bond is away from the court will also dictate them being able to get through situations on the floor. Mm-hmm. And so the one thing that we've talked about is this has always been a team that has pretty much gotten along very well. See if they can even be better at doing it.
I had Ja on yesterday, and I asked him a question which I hoped the answer would be exactly what he said. And when I just asked him, "What do you have individual goals for the season?" and he said to play all 82. Good. I'm glad he said it. I think he said it's always been his goal. He's come up short, but it's been a goal. And Michael Wallace said, "But this is the first time you've ever said it."
Right.
And he was like, "Yeah, I want to play all 82."
Well, we
I loved hearing that. I mean, I want him to play 70.
Well, listen, we talk about it. That for me, I think that this is a if season.
Yeah.
There are a couple of ifs that if they go that way, it makes this team be extremely competitive throughout the year. And one of those ifs is, can Ja and Jaren, can you get them to play 68 to 72 games
together?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can they do that together? Not be injured enough, and not just 68 or 72 combined. I want to see both of them individually. If they're able to do that, then that just puts this team in such a better situation, because the attention that the two of them will garner will make everybody else that much better.
Yeah. It was fun. I know you were impressed with what Cedric Howard looked like.
As soon as I walked in the gym and I saw him, I was like, now I still don't know what he's going to do on the floor. Like,
sure.
People keep asking, like, wait, I have no idea. From everything that people say and from just some of the film that you've seen, some of the games that he played at Washington State, but to walk in the gym and the physical makeup with the length of his arms, but the width of his shoulders, how, like, a lot of times young guys come into the game and it's like, they'll grow into their body. Mm-hmm. You know that they're going to physically grow. This was it's like, man, he's grown into a body already, and so it'll be interesting to see with all of those wings, what that battle will look like, and the depth that will be at that position, because injuries are just a part of the game, and it's nice to have a little bit of depth, and they've done a good job with doing that.
Yeah. Ja also put on some muscle.
Yeah.
Muscle watch during preseason. That's always a great thing to do. He had, because he wears the arm sleeve now and it doesn't fall down. Remember, he used to wear the arm sleeve and it'd fall down his arm all the time.
No falling down now.
No. And he laughed when we said he was listed at 175. He said, that's a joke.
He said it needs to get changed.
he said, that's not right. And he said, Jaren's listed at 240. That was his rookie year. So,
how about this? Jaren, again, this year looked like he got taller. I literally believe every year we come to media day at the start, I walk in, I'm like, bro, did you grow again? Because he just, and I know a lot of times people don't want to be 7 feet, but he has to be knocking on the door.
Yeah. Well, he's been knocking on the door. Maybe he's pushed through.
He has to be 7 feet.
Yeah. Oh, good for him. He looked great. Grizz looked great. Great season. Preseason, game number 1 next week. I'll tell you this. If you're watching the game, preseason game number 1, I personally, when I'll show up at the gym next Monday, I'm going to be excited to see everybody,
yes.
Say hi to everybody that you say hi to, and everybody that works in the building, everybody works for the team, and introduce yourself to a couple of coaches, and it'll be great, it'll be exciting, and then the game will start and it'll be exciting, and then by halftime you're like, when are we getting the hell out of here?
See?
When is this over?
That's when that grumpy old man kicks in. Well, because the other thing is, it's the amount of fouls that is going to be called.
Oh.
That is
points of emphasis.
Those, right from those first games, is literally we're doing letter of the law, everything.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, this. But I'm excited. The biggest thing I'm excited to see Cedric Howard play. I'm excited to see Gigi play. I'm excited to see Vince, who we talked to Vince, and the one thing he talked about was he was finally feeling fully healthy. And so to see, I mean, you talking about we got wing defenders. We will not lack wing defenders this season. You know what I'm saying? And so it's going to be interesting to see, especially when you start to play those smaller lineups, having those multiple guys on the floor. So that'll be intriguing.
And I like Jock Landell. We had a chance to interview him. He's great. He's going to be fantastic.
He's our new Steven Adams. What? He's exactly what he's going to be. He's
going to
He's going to have the accent's going to be there. He's going to have the attitude. He's going to have the jokes. And so it's going to be. But the other thing he's going to be is he's also going to set hard screens, and he's been around the league. So another one of those guys who understands what it takes and what he has to do to be successful.
All right. Have you kept up with the Kawhi Leonard story? Getting paid fake money, or getting paid real money for a fake job?
But then he, in his interview I saw the other day, he said he didn't get the money because the company went into bankruptcy, and so he didn't get it. And then
he got the money.
It's like, well, I got to go back and check the books.
They better hope the paper trail that's been found already ends.
I mean, that when he was saying, I was like, this is new news to me. You didn't get the money at all now.
Yeah. The All-Star Game format's going to have a round robin consisting of 3 8-player squads, 2 U.S. teams, and a world team. What are we doing? What do we let the All-Stars play? And hey, All-Stars, just play a game. Let the East play the West. What are we doing?
I am 100 because at least that way, the onus is on one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's literally on one thing, is that either you guys are going to play a little bit harder or this will have this situation. But when you start now every year trying to try something else, excitement, and you're trying to create competition. You can't do that. Like not for this particular situation. Like they created it with the cup doing that during the season. I think you guys have started to be like, oh, this game is a little different with the court being this way. And they've talked about it being something that they play for.
Mm-hmm.
The All-Star game, trying to come up with some other version of doing it is not going to make guys play any harder. It is what it is. Only thing you could try to get through is, can we just play a little bit harder in the fourth quarter and the third quarter, and not just let it be just run to the basket, do a dunk, or just see how far you can shoot a three.
It is bad, but I don't think these solutions are good solutions. I don't think they're very.
No, because now you get
good.
two things. Like you tried some. You just came up with another hokey thing to try to do, and they still played at the same pace and level.
Right. All right, CBS Sports, winners and losers of the offseason in the NBA.
Okay.
Grizzlies, perhaps the biggest news was Jaren Jackson Jr. staying with Memphis on a 5-year, $240 million extension. One of the possible casualties to the cap space to extend Jackson was thought to be Santi Aldama, but they got him back, another big win. Grizzlies add maybe the league's best backup point guard in Ty Jerome. He'll do more than spell. John Morant could be a legit crunch time player. Losing Bane hurts, but KCP is a reasonable replacement. Grizzlies got 4 first-round picks. Cheap moving forward, or a hell of a package for another trade or trades. Love what the Grizzlies have done. Winners. How about that?
Yeah, hey, listen.
You on board? You agree?
I'm on board with that.
Okay. Well, then why does everybody think we're going to be bad?
Because the other teams are that good.
I don't know. I for the last, I don't know, feels like 8 years. I don't know. Maybe not that long. Grizzlies haven't been good for 8 years. They had a little lull in there, if you don't remember. But we say this every year about everybody getting better in the West. Everybody gets better in the West. Well, how come the Grizzlies aren't going to? If Ja plays 70, they're better. If Jaren plays the 72 you talked about, they're better. I think with the additions that they have and the defense that they could play, they're capable of playing. They could be better than they were last year. Now, last year they finished, 6th? But could have been second. I mean, you were only a couple of points away from second. So, I hear this every year, but I'm like, well, haven't the Grizzlies gotten better? I mean, wasn't that at least their goal in the offseason?
Yeah, they got potentially better.
Yes. I don't know if at the beginning of the season they'll be better than they were last year.
Exactly. They got roster depth better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the other reason why there's that question is the question of you still have a new coach in essence. Now, yes, did the 9 games, did the couple playoff games, but in essence, it's still a new coach with new players that are going to be asked to play a role, and with older players who are going to be asked to play a bigger role. So I think if anything, the only reason why the questions are there is because, like I said, you still have the ifs that have to be answered within that. And so if all of those things, if you hit on all of those things, then yes, it turns out to be something that it can be a good season, a competitive season again. And that's why I said the ifs are there. They have the pieces to be competitive, but we have no track record to say that all of these guys will be able to do the things necessary to be competitive and stay in the top of the West.
Right. Rick Carlisle on today's NBA. He said the NBA game has now become a play hard league. It's not just being top heavy with stars. Roster construction is changing. It's become more important to have more good players than be top heavy with 2 or 3 great players that get all the touches. You agree?
100%.
I do too.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, where you are talking about the teams that have been successful still have your star players, but they still have a team concept.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just solely based on 2 or 3 guys having to carry the load in every way for there to be success. And so we went through a short span of that, get the big 3. Well, what happened was you make changes to the salary cap that put you in these positions of the tax and luxury situations that change people wanted to listen. The Grizzlies, we had with our three people. The thing with Desmond Bain, if you understand it, the reason why I had to go was financial.
Mm-hmm.
It was no way that they could keep all three of those guys at the present level that they were going to make and build a team around it. It was going to be totally impossible. And so the rules of the game don't lend it. So it made people have to go and figure out, how do I construct a roster around a couple of stars and be good? And the teams that have done that well have been successful.
And have won championships here recently.
It's I love that it's the concept moving forward. And I think the Grizzlies have put themselves in a better position with the talent throughout the roster, especially this season.
Fred VanVleet done for the year.
Yeah, I hated to hear that.
That's a horrible injury for them.
And listen, you know how much I am a super fan of VanVleet from the time he was in college and through his time in the league, and it'll make a major hit because now it's going to force somebody to move up into a position of having to play point guard when he was the guy that they thought was going to be the stabilizer, the guy that would make crucial baskets at end of game situations, playoff situations, get the ball to the right person, and so it's going to be big shoes to fill. In Houston.
The Golden State Warriors did a bunch of deals. Al Horford signed. DeAnthony Melton signed. Jonathan Kuminga finally gets the deal done. 2 years, $48.5 million for him. And so Seth Curry's coming in to Golden State. Al Horford, man. When's he going to get old? Get old and be done with this basketball thing.
Well, you got a couple of these teams that
we only play them twice a year in the past handful of years, and the guy was a killer.
Well, and I'm saying, like, a couple of these teams that aren't shying away from getting older players.
Western Conference, old people.
That's what it's that's what it in some ways it's become. And so we'll see how it all works out, because I always say you still need some of the younger guys to go along with the older guys.
Yeah.
To be able to sustain throughout the year to get you to the playoff time where you want to have this all pay off.
Yeah. The Red Panda, who was injured in July,
guys know
she had surgery on her wrist. She's expecting to return this season in the NBA.
Well, that was good. So I hated to hear when that happened to her.
Yeah, that was terrible. She's one of the best. I got my picture with Red Panda. It was. It's cool to think of anything that I've gotten at an NBA game.
It's still captivating, and we may see it a couple times during the year. And every time, I never leave. I never not watch.
And we get a front row seat for it, which is
literally. We go sit on the bench and sit and watch. And it's like, I mean, how you still mesmerized by this thing you've been watching forever?
Yep, it's incredible. Red Panda, see you soon.
Glad you're back.
Napheesa Collier. In the WNBA, she said that the WNBA has the worst leadership in the world. She also brought out receipts from a conversation she had with the commission in February, in which the commissioner told her that Caitlin Clark should be grateful to the WNBA for endorsement deals and that players should be on their knees thanking her for the new media rights deal. Wow. Tell us how you really feel. Now,
Kathy, what's her name? Kathy
something.
Engelbert?
Swegert, maybe? Is that right?
Engelbert.
I was about to say, I thought Engelbert or something like that.
Woo.
She trying to be like Roger Goodell, huh? David Stern.
Now the thing is, this isn't good for the league, though.
No, this was a 4-minute statement. Like you just gave the quick highlights.
Yeah, no, I got the 4 minutes if you want.
We don't have to do that. But she said that she came with a 4-minute written, not on the phone,
right,
with the paper, handwritten. Like this, she was serious, and so they got it. They got an issue. Especially when somebody of her stature, but also someone who is as well respected as she is, and someone who you don't really hear from a lot. So when those people start talking more, that's when people start being like, "Oh, we may have to
start working on something.
Yeah, we got to address this.
Well, the CBA's up. They can't afford the players. Well, I was going to say they can't afford a work stoppage, but
those go overseas.
Maybe they'll have to.
Listen,
I mean, I think it would be terrible for the WNBA. I still a work stoppage I think would be awful, especially now when you have as many fans as you have.
Yes, as many people. Where the thing where this league, and how many years is this? Is this
it's like 25?
They may be at 30 years, somewhere in that range. But when you're able to catch casual fans, and I think that's where they have finally gotten to that point where just people that they don't really know about it, but it may be on and they stop and watch. Or if somebody comes in town you didn't really know and you have a team in your town and you go to a game, they go to a game. Look at the ticket prices for these games now. I mean, remember it used to be like, oh, just bring everybody to come to the game and it's just fine. We all good. It'll be good. Now what the ticket prices are to go to games now, so that it's a credit to the players, how much better they have gotten. The league has continued to grow in terms of the teams in that way, but there has to be unilateral growth. Like as the teams, everything else grows, then the young ladies they're gonna want their full share of it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think it's man, just from what we've heard this week from different coaches and players talking about the officiating alone has been. That's been terrible. So a lot is going to have to be done in those negotiations. A lot. And
well, hopefully they'll get it all done because I've enjoyed watching it for a long time. I've enjoyed watching women's basketball for a while because I always felt like it was, and they just play. It was the essence of basketball. The way they moved, the way they played together, everything was. It was fun to watch. But now you added the element of athleticism to their game, and it's enjoyable and fun. 28 years. Wow. I know. So I thought it was getting close to 30.
Since we last spoke, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got engaged. Your thoughts?
Hey, the Giants won their first game this year.
I did, and Jackson Dart was the quarterback. Have you ordered a Jackson Dart jersey yet?
No. Listen, not if.
Would you advise Giants fans to order Jackson Dart jerseys?
Yeah, he's going to be there for a little while. But this is what I'm going to say. If we're going to expect him to just have to keep running around the way he did with the offensive line playing like that, it's going to be another Daniel Jones situation.
Yeah.
The thing, remember I used to say, I was like, I don't not like Daniel Jones. I feel bad because we can't see who Daniel Jones is because all he does is run for his life.
Yeah.
Like it's literally set, hut, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then he goes in Indianapolis and it's like, well, what happened to this guy? What happened? The people in front block.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
And Jackson Dart.
So Jackson Dart was cool.
He's escaping so far. He's escaping. He's doing a nice job.
Yeah. How long does that last? I'm like, please just block for this kid. Because the thing is, he brings excitement. Like, he scored a touchdown. He's danced like the team likes. Like, they'll get behind. But just protect the kid, Joe.
Yeah. I think my biggest takeaway so far this season is the Ravens aren't very good. And now they're out without Lamar for a couple of weeks.
What happened to them?
Their defense is awful. Awful.
I was glad I went back to the Giants this year. People can't blame me for being the bandwagon fan that took them down.
No.
I went back. But that was a complete collapse.
Yeah, it's been bad, and it'll be bad without Lamar for sure.
Yeah, because it was bad in that Buffalo game where they gave up 260 yards in the fourth quarter alone.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I watching? Like, people were like, what's going on?
Their window. That window. Golf Ryder Cup. What a pathetic start.
The concept of team golf for us doesn't really work well. Like it's like how to play with. So I think a lot of just like how to play with one another to win as a team. It's because you only do it sometimes. The international guys play it a lot because you think a lot of times they come over here. If they come over here to go to college, but then they go back and they play for their countries or whatever, then they're always doing that.
Yeah.
The back and forth. For us, it's like you're here and then you're here. And you compete against this guy. I compete against you all the time. And then they want me to now team up with you. See, but for them, it's not compete against you all the time.
They stay at the same hotels.
It's everything.
Yeah.
So I just thought that their team. But here's the other thing: they also played out of their freaking minds. The shots that they were hitting. I mean, it was. You tip your hat to say, and then the U.S. made a run in singles. It came down to again, just Russell Henley hit great shots. It's just Shane Lowry hit every great shot that Russell Henley hit. Shane Lowry hit his ball inside of it, and then made the putts to in essence, then win the cup back, retain the cup for them.
Yeah. Mm.
It was. They just played great golf.
All right, toasts.
I got a toast.
Okay.
I'm just going to send a toast to Night Court, man. Night Court is back. You know what I'm saying? We had to take a little time off to refresh ourselves. But Night Court is back, so toast to Night Court.
Yep, we're back. And also, toast to the Memphis Tigers football program.
Oh, heck yeah.
5-0 against the spread,
5 covers, baby.
which is great because good teams win, great teams cover. And then not only that, but their second half defense has been amazing, outscoring their opponents 98-20 this year. 98-20 in the second half. And that's because they gave up 10 this past week, but they scored 38.
I mean, it's been, it's been cool to kind of watch them continue to have the success that they have. And so shout out Memphis Tigers.
Shout out Tigers. All right. I think that's going to do it. Good to be back, man.
Man, and we got through a night, and I didn't really have to swipe out a lot of bugs. Like, I think the lights, maybe it might be right. Or know what?
The candle.
Could be the candle. No, I doubt it. Those don't work either.
These are good ones. These are the ones from Walgreens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure. Sure. It looks like a field goal post is the cover.
Better Homes and Garden. I'm trying to tell you, this is
real stuff.
This is real citronella candle from Walgreens.
All right. That'll do it for us here on Night Court. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being patient and waiting for us to come back. We appreciate it. And we'll be with you every week now throughout the basketball season, including next week after the Grizzlies have played a preseason game. You'll get grumpy, Brevin.
No.
You'll be all right?
I'll be ready. Right, because for the first game, I do have the excitement of seeing the unknowns.
Right.
And then how people have maybe taken a step. So...
And then
after that, it's like, okay, let's get these other ones out the way, and let's
go.
Let's get this regular season.
That's right. It's coming soon, October 22nd, when the Grizzlies will take on the Pelicans. That'll do it for us here on this edition of Night Court. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Kenny. As always, for BK, I'm Fish. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you real soon here on Night Court.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Night Court podcast. If you enjoyed Rob and Brevin, hit that like button, subscribe to the Bluff City Media YouTube channel, and enjoy the content. We will see you back here next time.